Let me show you something most organizations cannot currently see. Today, most sales organizations have visibility into outcomes: pipeline, forecasts, CRM dashboards, win rates, loss rates. These systems tell leaders what happened, but they rarely tell you whether a representative was truly ready before the customer conversation happened. And that creates a blind spot, because two sales representatives can lose the same opportunity for completely different reasons. One lacked confidence, one struggled with objections, another failed during discovery. Yet traditional systems record the same outcome: lost. The cause remains invisible. Revenue risk rarely begins inside the pipeline. It begins much earlier, in preparation, execution quality, readiness. That is the lens behind Nipurn. This is not performance measurement. This is readiness intelligence. What we measure are signals before outcomes: behavioral patterns, confidence stability, objection handling capability, execution consistency, regression trends, coaching opportunities. Now imagine seeing those signals before the next customer meeting. Not after, before. This representative appears healthy. Pipeline looks normal. Manager feedback seems positive. But beneath the surface, objection handling is weakening. Confidence is becoming unstable. Regression patterns are emerging. Traditional systems do not detect this. Nipurn surfaces it before performance declines. At the individual level, this changes coaching. At the team level, it changes visibility. Managers stop relying only on instinct. They begin seeing concentrations of execution risk. Who is stable? Who needs support? Where readiness is declining, before forecast impact appears. This is where revenue risk actually lives. Not inside CRM, inside execution readiness. Training measures completion. CRM measures outcomes. Nipurn measures readiness before outcomes. And once organizations can see readiness, they can begin reducing risk before revenue is affected. That is what we test during enterprise pilots. One team, 30 days. Not to prove software, to reveal what organizations currently cannot see. So, what happens when organizations begin measuring readiness instead of waiting for outcomes? The conversation changes, coaching changes, visibility changes. Because now, organizations are no longer asking, did the representative succeed? They begin asking, was the representative prepared? This representative enters a realistic customer scenario, real objections,
हाँ, मैं आपके कॉल का
real
इंतजार कर रहा
pressure,
था।
real decision
बताइए, किस
points.
विषय पर चर्चा करनी है?
हाँ राकेश, मैं आशुतोष व्यास बात कर रहा हूँ, निपुण से बात कर रहा हूँ मैं।
I see। नमस्ते आशुतोष, निपुण से, ठीक है। बताइए, आप किस विषय पर बात करना चाहते हैं?
Hello, who is this and what can I do for you?
Hi, this is Ashutosh Vyas and I'm calling from crm.com.
Okay, Ashutosh. So you're calling from crm.com. What's this regarding?
But the purpose is not practice alone. Practice is only the starting point. What matters is what becomes measurable. Every interaction generates signals, confidence patterns, response quality, objection handling behavior, execution consistency, areas of regression. These are not opinions. They are structured indicators of readiness. Over time, patterns begin to emerge. Strengths become visible. Weaknesses become visible. Improvement becomes visible. Risk becomes visible. Now, managers gain a different kind of visibility. Feedback becomes grounded in observable patterns. Coaching becomes more precise. Intervention becomes earlier. Organizations no longer need to wait for poor outcomes before taking action. They can identify declining readiness before confidence drops, before execution weakens, before revenue is affected. This changes the role of coaching, from correction to prevention. And prevention changes how organizations manage risk.